Spring Hill Corrections Facility, a 650-bed prison for males located in the Waikato.
Morning, Hirini.
Morning.
I'm Honey Khan. I'm Corrections Officer here at Spring Hill.
And first up, Hine escorts Hirini inside the high security unit.
Come on, guys.
So what is Hirini's first impression?
A little bit of intimidation. When you first get in, that's why I'm just going to try stay close to the guards.
Okay, Hirini, this is where I work. All right, welcome to Sixting Alpha. As you can see, there are 2 pods in the unit. This side is the motivated side. Prisoners who are identified as drug-free, gang-free. They're compliant in the unit with the rules of the unit, and then also their behaviour is good. The prisoners, however, on this side are the opposite side of the coin, so they're our unmotivated side.
So what kind of crimes does most of these guys do?
Well, high security prisoners are in here for some fairly serious offences, okay? You're looking at murders, sexual violation, aggravated robbery, and also drugs.
Yeah, my cousin. Yeah, bro.
Okay, Hirini, part of the unit routine is to conduct cell searches, so I think we'll start with cell 8. Excuse me?
Can I just get my shoes? Can I get my shoes, bro?
Yeah, no, we'll check the cell first and then you can have your shoes. If you wanted your shoes, you would have had them on before you left the cell. Stand back. No, stand back.
Man, come on, brother.
So we'll have a look in those shoes, shall we? And find out why he was so keen to get hold of the shoes, considering that, well, look at that. What have we got here? Looks like a cell phone. Something wrapped up in this glad wrap. Just you?
No.
Stand back, mister. Stand back. Nothing to do with you. So we have found unauthorised items in your cell, namely a cell phone and also some drugs.
Oh, what the f***? That's not my stuff, miss.
OK, thank you. Leave the cell.
The rest of the cell comes up clean, but abusing staff will have serious repercussions for this prisoner, and his misconduct will be investigated further, leading to disciplinary action.
Get the f*** out of here, man. Man, get the shit out of here. Touch my shit.
Corrections officers are frontline and they're on the floor with the prisoners on a daily basis, so we cop everything, absolutely.
Dylan Phillips is a career criminal specialising in car theft for a gang, and he's halfway through his 5-year sentence. But corrections is not just about punishment, it's about rehabilitation and reintegrating an offender back into society.
What sort of family support do you have out there?
Not a lot. Well, Mum died a few years back and I haven't talked to my dad in, I don't know, 15 years or something.
Well, that's a shame.
I've been a shit my whole life, you know. You won't want to talk to me.
You know, nothing's worse than not having contact with your family. From my own experience, I didn't see my dad or talk to him for a long time. And then I find out he's passed on, so it's not a good place to be.
Yeah. Well, I do have some old contact details that I mean, could you try and get in contact with him?
Yeah, if you're able to give me the details, I can make the initial call.
In this situation, public safety is the first concern, so Hine needs to make the first contact with Dylan's dad.
So I just thought I'd give you a call to see how you felt about speaking to your son.
Dylan's dad is willing to see him, but because of Dylan's history of bad behaviour, Hine needs to get sign-off from her manager, Principal Corrections Officer Paul Dickinson.
There's a few hurdles we have to go over first. What's his misconduct history like?
He incurred a few incidents of misconducts 12 months ago.
But nothing in the last 6 months?
No, nothing. He's actually been very compliant in the unit.
Tell the prisoner that if there's any misconducts between now and the visit happening, then I'll just cancel it straight away. That's a given. And also, just to let him know this wouldn't have been approved if his behaviour had continued like it was 12 months ago. So it's just like a little bit of a reward for him.
Yeah,
and let him know
sure.
that. No
Thank
problem.
you.
Okay.
All right, great.
Thanks, honey.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks, bye.
Miss,
Oh, hey Steve.
can I speak to you, please?
While Hine is on the way to tell Dylan the good news, she is stopped by prisoner Stephen Ranui, who is anxious to talk.
What's the problem?
I need to talk to you about my accommodation for my release has fallen through, and I don't have any accommodation right now, and I need your help, please.
Right, yeah. I enjoy working with prisoners. I enjoy the challenge that's involved in dealing with a lot of their issues, hoping to get them on the right track.
Hine will work on Stephen's problems with his case manager. And the next day, she oversees Dylan's special visit from his dad.
Yo, son. Hey, Dad. How are you?
But a lot of time has passed, and there's no way of knowing which way this visit will go.
So what have you been doing for the last 15 years?
Well, I've got to be honest about that. We can't rehabilitate all of them. Doesn't happen. You've got some pretty hardcore people in here that'll come in here, play the game, and go back to the same old out there. And then they'll be back again before you know it.
I was thinking I want to get into something that would, benefit me. Get into some skills for when I do get out, so I don't have to mix in those same circles and end up back where I always have been.
Yeah, looking back, I do recall, and I know it's been a while, but when you're a young fella, you used to like knocking around with me and helping me out in the timber yard and banging a hammer around the...
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, I think I do.
If we're able to work with prisoners and mentor them and hopefully assist them in making good choices, I think I'd feel quite pleased about the fact that I've done my job well, and to see them get released and make good decisions out there.
Hey, Miss, do you think you could get me into doing some carpentry?
For Dylan, the visit organised by Hine has triggered him to make a change in his life.
Sure, I'll put the referral in and get back to you, OK?
Yeah, that'd be awesome, thanks.
When I see people change like that, I do feel quite proud, but also I feel quite successful too from the point of view that I've assisted them to get there.
From now on, I reckon I will look at a prisoner differently. Being a corrections officer, communication is pretty intense, but I reckon it's a pretty cool job.
There are no specific qualifications to enter this career, but life experience and good communication skills are essential. Because of this, corrections don't consider people straight from high school. You must also be physically fit, have a clean driver licence, a first aid certificate, and no criminal convictions within the last 20 years. If accepted, all training is given to you on the job by the Department of Corrections while you are earning. Corrections officers progress in their careers to more senior roles as they gain experience. Coming up, will case manager Conan Manina be able to fix Stephen Ranui's accommodation problem and get Dylan into the carpentry course that could turn his life around?